Hey guys, Levy Freeman here, and today we're continuing our test with tank templates. So we're going to see if rushing ahead of a time tanks makes a difference between whether or not the 20 width or the 40 width performs. Of course, the 40 width, the higher you stack above the threshold, the better we would expect it to perform. While the 20 widths probably are still going to be underneath that threshold because of they're half the size. So you can see here we've got our tank units, and these are all on the 14 TP model now. And the 14 TP model is the medium tank number 2 for Poland, which just happens to be the country that we're playing for these tests. I haven't done the SPGs. I think the SPGs are a little bit more difficult to get with the Tech Rush build because it's extra research. We'll just test, like last time the 6.4 came out ahead anyway, so we'll test the 6.4s versus the 12.8s and the 8.2s versus the 15.5s this time. So templates, 12.8, you can see stats, 380, so we're almost at that 400 magic number. 15.5 has 426, they're over base. 6.4, 192, and the 8.2, 223.4. So we've got that. Those are attack statistics. We have the Army Offense Expert, we have the Armor Genius, and we have also we'll be attacking with the full base planning of 30%. And on the defending side, we will again be attacking down this track of plains over here. And we have Manchukuo on defense over here, and they don't have anything special. Just 1939 tech. They got engineers. And they got the 1939 artillery piece. Which is I think probably the division you're going to see the AI have anyways in vanilla. That's like I was looking at the Blitzkrieg scenario, and that appears to be what they have. Let's stop them from. I guess you don't need to train this unit. I guess it doesn't want to clear though. Lies. It says to right click, but it's always a lie. So this is the unit over here. So you can see the stats is 317, but they will have extra from entrenchment. It's around 400 we were finding, and they have a soft attack, hard attack, and whatnot. So if you're attacking into maybe straight guys with no engineers, they don't have that much entrenchment, then maybe also the 40 widths are better. But we will see. We will see. So this is a setup for the defenders, and our attackers are going to again come down and try and just go for a nice stroll along the river line. Tag back over to Poland, and you'll see we have clear combat logs, and we're attacking in March. So we'll make our save point here. This is with the ahead of time technology again. So medium 2 in against 9. So we have 1941 medium tanks against 1939 infantry. And usually when you're doing a tech rush build with research bonuses, you're aiming for medium tank 2 for the 1939 level or 1939 push. 1939, maybe 1940, and I don't think infantry get anything. I think their breakpoints. They might get the extra over here. So they might reasonably have this technology and this technology, but they're not going to be getting an extra gun. In any case, we'll see. We'll see. So let's start off with the 12.8s. Mark out our track there. You can see we're well over their defense in the morning. We hit them again. Hit them again. Again. Okay, and we stopped at Turan. Not bad, not bad. Certainly better than before. I mean, obviously you expect the ahead of time tank technology to do significantly better, right? So move these guys over there. We'll go set back up. Wait for entrenchment. Alright, push number 2 for the 12.8. I unpaused and I shouldn't have. So those time differences might make a little bit of difference in like the weather between the two tests, but we'll see. Alright, so same result again for these guys. Oh, need to get the other tanks out first. So that's 6 tiles so far. And I think the 6-4s had 10 tiles last time. So already it's looking like the 6-4s still probably are going to come out on top on the 12 per 6-4 race. But we can find out. Let's actually hold over here. Make sure we have our entrenchment. We got our planning. Alright, let's go. So it looks like 9 tiles for the medium tanks. Nine tiles, and let's get some shots of that combat log over here. So we've lost 3.47k manpower. And then these were our equipment losses here, 130 medium tanks. Alright, we'll load again, we'll try the 6-4s. So these guys had 10 tiles last time, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, it is a... Combats do have randomness associated with them, so we'll see if they're able to repeat that performance. I would expect them to, given that they have better tanks this time. Let's see what we get. Oh, I forgot to turn AI off. Restart. Restart. AI off. Okay. You're. Oh, and they completed the circuit. They completed the circuit with the ahead-of-time technology, so that's pretty impressive. Let's send these guys back. We'll see if they can do that again. Of course, you won't be able to get like a full. This is when they stop. But certainly we know that it performs better than the 40 width. Good check entrenchment first. Looks like we are already entrenched here. Do we have planning? These guys over here. Yep, they do. Alright, so let's give it a go again. Alright, so they've completed the circuit again. Go resource those up. for entrenchment, and we'll go over to Poland. So it's looking like no matter what the circumstances are, 12-8 just seems like to just not be a good template. Comparison to the 6-4. And of course, if you have the ability to make a 12-8, you would have the ability to make the equivalent number of 6-4s. But of course, maybe the combat log will show a different story in the losses. But let's give these guys their final run here. Looks like once again they will finish the circuit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 tiles plus for the 6-4 Willikers. 15 plus, we'll call that. They could have kept on going. I don't think they would have taken another tile, but they could have made an attempt anyways. They have 3 units on. All right, so equipment losses were thusly. All right, let's go back and let's try it with the 15-5s. Maybe they will have a better outcome. Of course, the 15-5s will be impacted more by having the extra tanks, and the 12-8s will. Having more tanks, obviously. Yeah, is now off. Great. So we go with the 15-5s. Alright, so there's some big attack numbers compared to their defense. And still, nope. So 1, 2, 3 tiles again. I think that was about the same as a 12-8. And then go back to Minkuko, obviously. So reset, we'll entrench. Looks like some guys got beat up enough that they're green. Let's get those. Well, I don't know. That would have been, if they did that, that would have been the same for the other test or the other guys too, right? So we'll just leave that as it is, the same units. All right, 15-5. Ooh, only 2 tiles that time. Not very impressive for the 15-5s. That's also surprising. You see, there is a bunch of infrastructure damage. Alright, 15-5s, last run. Alright, so it took 1 extra tile that time. So 4. So it turns out they had the same performance as the 12-8. Ultimately, in terms of the number of tiles taken, let's see. And these were the losses suffered. That's 131 medium tanks. Alright, let's try the 8-2 and see if the 8-2 does better or worse. Maybe the 8-2 is the money number here that we have with the 20 watts. The 8-2 ahead of time. And we'll see how these go. AI is off. 8-2s. Nope. Nope. They stuck at only 2 tiles. Only 2 tiles for the 8-2. Very disappointing. I thought they would do better than that. Let's get our entrenchment up. A2, 3 try. I'm doing much better this time. Will I be able to complete the track? Maybe. Alright, so there you go. 5, that would be a 5 tile run for them. And we'll send them back to start. Ourselves a trench. Let's see how these guys do. Last try. Maybe we'll make it a good one. Looking pretty hot for them so far. Alright, so once again we'll call that a 5. Alright, and their combat losses were thus. Alright, so that is that test over there. So let's maybe go again. And it's like, is there any difference, I wonder, in the higher attack of the 40 widths being able to bust down a tile that's stacked higher, or even try forest tiles, though we know the 20 widths did way better with the night modifier, so I imagine they would also perform better in forests. But you never know. You never know. Let's try and see if we have like a stacked tile, and like sometimes you'll see the AI have like, a bunch of units on a tile that can reinforce. So let's actually get these guys the radio tech. So you have a radio, and we'll have a tile with 10 guys on it over here. Maybe we'll go 12. We'll go 12 guys, and we'll see if there's any advantage in having the higher attack to break these guys before they can reinforce. If you have like a real difficult tile to break. All right, so let's go with the. Do we have clear logs? We should. Again, this is with the ahead-of-time tanks. Okay, so let's go with the 12/8s. So we start on the 1st of April at 2000, and we'll see how fast they can break this comparatively. Alright, so you can see we do get the higher bonus. Will they be able to reinforce in time? Alright, so they're able to break that. We have 6 April at 10 o'clock. And let's look at the loss log here. Screenshot. And another screenshot over here. So not a whole lot of losses taking that plains tile. Let's load ourselves up again. Alright, let's try the 6-4s this time. So we are again at the same time. 1 April at 2000. And we'll see if these guys can also do that. Okay, so 6 April was when the 40 widths won. And now we're to 7th April. And they've reinforced again. That's interesting. Okay, so I think that was around 14th April. I paused. I am losing a little bit over here, but it'd be April 14th. 14th April, I don't know. I mean, we'll call that 2000 too, I guess. So that took the 20 widths considerably longer, and you saw that they were able to reinforce there. And I wonder if we had like a front line set up where those guys would attempt to move back onto that tile, if we would get a different outcome. The 40 widths were able to knock those guys straight off that tile without being reinforced microed. So that is a very interesting outcome. And let's look at these. Look at these stats here. All right, interesting outcome, guys. So it's like there is. It looks like there is, and that can be pretty big. Whether or not the AI is able to reinforce their tiles to keep you blocked up to actually make your initial breakthrough. So that is a significant advantage that the 40 width templates have that we've found here. And now we try the 15.5 versus the or why did I do that? That's not what I wanted to do. Try the 15.5 versus the 8.2. Alright, the 15.5, let's give her 24 speed. So again, we have the same time. Alright, so now we're getting some big attacks in. Alright, so this is 6 April, 10 o'clock. Same as the 12/8. Same as the 12/8. So let's take a picture of this combat log over here. And we'll try the 8.2s. I'll have to look back at the video. I think I might have screwed up the time for the 6.4, and I want to cheat them out of that. But I mean, you could clearly see the effect where they were able to reinforce their tile with the 6.4, where they were not against the 12.8. AI off, and let's go with the 8.2s. Oh, now they're able to reinforce. Oh yeah, they're getting mean pretty hard here. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Alright, pause. This was like 11 o'clock on 14th April. And I'll take a picture of the losses here. And guys, remember, the longer you are fighting, the more attrition your ass is going to take. Yeah, in combat. All right, so that's all for this round of testing. Again, I'll make a post with the results here. But so I think you can kind of see maybe where where the conventional wisdom that 40 widths are important for breakthrough comes from is like that's a pretty big difference in terms of like being able to break the tile before they can reinforce or not. That is a substantial benefit to having the 40 width. But in terms of keeping on pushing afterwards, it seems like the 20 widths are just good at crashing through stacks of infantry at equivalent combat width that don't have the reinforcements that can push for a pretty long time. They can push for far longer than the 40 widths can. So like maybe there's some advantage in having both templates in your army. You make the breakthrough with your 40 widths, and you have your other guys. Like once they're kind of already broken and scattered, you can hammer them with some 20 widths maybe. And it looks like maybe 6-4 would be the template of choice for that duty. In any case, that was the second round of testing here with the ahead of time technology. Hope you learned something. It's interesting to do these sorts of tests. Levy Freeman signing out.